What's up, good people? Black fatigue. Let's talk about it. Stay tuned. I got something for you. All right, let's get into it. Black fatigue. Now, several people, if you've been watching TikTok or YouTube here in the last few days, people using this term black fatigue. And several people have different takes on it. But for the most part, people are describing black fatigue as just being tired of black people, black activity, urban, just urban ways. And the urban, you're pretty much saying black. So, yeah, they're just tired of that kind of stuff. The bonnets, the loud talking, the black on black crime, that's what they consider black fatigue on TikTok and YouTube. But actually, that term was coined by a black woman by the name of Mary Frances Winters. Wrote several books on diversity, inclusion. Um, can't remember all of her education, but I'll post it and I'll show you a picture of some of the books, or at least give you some references to her books. But her definition of black fatigue was more of a victim mindset. It was more about black people get fatigued from the constant racism to the news media who always show black people in crime or black people in negative light. Um, the conversations that take place when they talk over you or around you. Um, you're not included in certain circles, certain activities. And if you are, it's like you're a third wheel or you push to the side. You know, all those kind of things. If you read the book, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about too. There's another lady by the name of Frances. Cannot recall her last name, but her first name is Frances. Doctor passed away. As a matter of fact, if you ever seen that movie Baby Boy, some of the excerpts from a book, The ISIS Papers, is in the very first part. It talks about how some black men, what they call their house, the crib, right? What do they call their best friends in the neighborhood? The boys. What do they call their girlfriend? Mama. The victim mindset, way behind the eight ball. So that's really what black fatigue was about. Then there's another gentleman by the name of William in 2003 called it black battle fatigue, which is very similar, black battle fatigue. So anyway, that's the actual term that was coined. Black fatigue came from those people. And it was more along the lines of a victim mindset. It's how black people feel they're being tired because of the constant racism or systemic racism. That was her position. Whether you agree with that or not, that's really where the term came from. But now on TikTok and YouTube, they're using the black fatigue as I'm tired of ninjas. I'm tired of ninjas. That's really what they got going on with it. They don't give a damn about that. They just like, hey, I'm tired of all these bonnets. I'm tired of all the rap stuff, this and that. But I got a different take on this. This is what I'm thinking. Now, whether or not they're using the term correctly or not, that's irrelevant. My whole purpose for this whole channel and my podcast is on the side. I try to make sure that I can provide information with true life stories and experiences that could be helpful to other people in any community. I'm closer to my community because I'm around them all the time, but so it may appear that way. But I'm down for anybody needs help because you never know who you're gonna need, right? Okay, now we got that out of the way. But look, this is something that is common in Western culture, and this is the glorification of rebellion. Say it one more time. The glorification of rebellion. In the 60s and 70s, it was rock and roll. Everybody acting a fool, doing drugs, acting a fool. But it was no Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube back then. But everybody liked rock and roll, and that was a symbol of rebellion. Right? It was. Now it's rap. The problem is the music is all entertainment. So music is entertainment. It's not reality. But as soon as you see the reality match the music, that's where the RICO charges and criminal activity come. You know what I mean? But that kind of steers away from my point. My point is, and I'm going to do this in a question form. I'm going to ask you, do we actually glorify rebellion? You think about Carmelo Anthony. That case is not to be litigated here on the internet, But I'm asking you, do you believe that the people that are so angry are really angry at something else? It's not about Austin Metcalf. It's not about Carmelo Anthony. It's more about their rebellion to certain groups. Every person has a most to say on a biased tone, biased to an extreme. Well, they have implicit biases about race and certain groups of people. They will think that. They will express that on any situation. They will look past all the black on black crime and be talking and start fussing about Carmelo Anthony and what's happening with Austin Metcalf when he should have never had the knife in a prohibited area at a school event. Should never had it. Now I promise you, at some point, it may or may not come out. But those kids underneath that tent, I can almost guarantee they thought he was stealing something. I can't say he was stealing anything, but I almost guarantee you they believed he was trying to steal something. Under a tent, got bags, phones, personal items there. They want him out of there. We don't know who you are. Get out of here. It may come out, may not. I've been in the police a long time, 30 years, and I've seen these patterns. When they take that much aggression and try to, hey, get out of here, move, I almost guarantee you, we'll have put money on it, that they probably believe that he was stealing. Even if he wasn't. It's about what they believed at the time. Anyway, moving past that. But the people that were upset, they all talked about how they really felt a certain way, and it was okay for him to have a knife. He must have felt bullied. And they made all these excuses and created other scenarios and things that weren't even true because of their own personal biases to try to make that right in their own mind. Then you fast forward a few weeks later, you got Ryan Hinton running with a gun. Police, unalive him. You know, he's running with a gun, unalived him. His father was at the police department. Rodney Hinton was at the police department when he saw the video. He got so upset, the family had to leave, take him somewhere else, and they brought him back to his car. Now, instead of him going back in the police department where the police department, city police, where they actually heard him, or actually unalived his son, he could have went right back in there and handle his business if he's standing on business. If you stand on business, go back in there to the police department where they actually unalived him. Because that's the police department that got you. It was Cincinnati City Police. He drive down the road and hit a deputy, the old deputy, been around a long time, directing traffic, working on extra part-time, and run over. And everybody glorified that. They glorify rebellion. Glorify rebellion. And the sad part about it, people are forgetting that young boy, Ryan Hinton, according to the reports, had nowhere to go. He was sleeping in that car with his boys. He called his cousin 4 times that night, and his cousin said it himself on the interview. I didn't answer the phone, I was asleep. Couldn't go to his mama's house, couldn't go to daddy's house, grandmother, grandfather. Nobody let him in. That says a lot. Nobody let him in. Says a lot. My point is, black fatigue is being misused, or maybe they recoining it, or hijacking the term and using it for something else. Maybe that's what they're doing. Or it's just people want to complain about ghetto. I'm tired of it too. I'm tired of black on black crime. I'm just tired of just people not taking accountability. But happens in all races. Sometimes it's about proxemics. Husband kill wives, wives kill husband. You usually hurt the people you're around. Only time people get mad is when they cross racial lines and they make a big deal about it. Because there have been black people killing black people all week long. There have been children under 10 years old shot this week, 2 of them, 1 4 and 1 7 in the past week, and nobody said nothing. Nothing. They're on the rebellion part of Rodney Hinton. So if you really stand on business, and I'm telling you again, I've been in police a long time. I've seen some about it kind of guy, black and white. I've seen some that stand on some business now, and they don't get in the car and run over nobody. They don't wait for the handcuffs, start making faces. They don't. You at the police department where they unalived him at, but you leave that place and go somewhere else. You could have walked right back in there if you really about it. Walk back in there. If you really about it, get in there and show them how you feel. Now, I know a lot of people gonna make excuses. Well, maybe it's stirred up. Maybe it wasn't mentally. Man, I don't care about it. Either way, it's not gonna bring his son back. God bless his son. God bless Austin Metcalf. But I promise you, our community in America, Western Hemisphere, we glorify rebellion. They love talking about the police. Even if the police justify it, they're going to say they're not. Dude could have a gun, put a gun at him, and they're going to say, oh no, he missed him, he turned him in this. No matter what goes on, we glorify rebellion. Dancing inside Lululemon, right? My food's not right. Nobody can tell me how to wear my hair when I go in public. I'm going to wear a bonnet if I want to. You're not my daddy, you can't tell me what to do. You're not my mama, you can't tell me what to do. And we say it's okay. We got parents that back that bullshit up. They back it up. No. We have parents that glorify that and back it up. We glorify rebellion. And I'm asking you all. Get in the comments, tell me what you think. Do you think America as a whole glorifies rebellion? Or is it a small percentage of people that glorify rebellion? Is it the people on TikTok that they are referring to as black fatigue, improperly, of course? Is it that group of people that glorify the rebellion? Is that group of people that take rap music and think it's reality? Just like they did back in the 60s and 70s with rock and roll. They glorify rebellion. To some people, can't tell them what to do. It's rebellious. Police ain't telling me nothing. Do you have probably cause? Not probable cause. You have probably cause. Mad about everything. Just rebellious. Rebellion is glorified. There's a price to pay. I promise you. There's a price to pay. Because your rebellion will put you in a position where you cannot. Your mama can't save you. Daddy can't save you. You get a certain age, everything you do, you be held accountable for. And the people that are going to hold you accountable don't give a damn about how you feel. How you feel doesn't mean nothing. It don't change the facts on what you did. It won't change anything. It won't. It won't. Being a Capricorn, Pisces, and whatever else everybody talking about, that won't matter either. Because you could be born a certain way by your birth month and day and time, but you live a life a certain way, it'll change everything about you. If you're not taught to respond or given the ability to respond, responsibility, if you're not given that, you will always react. You end up dead in jail. That's for anybody. To thine own self be true. That's true for me. Julius Caesar. To thine own self be true. I'm telling you, rebellious attitude causes problems. Men who are not men are a detriment to society. If we raise our sons to be babies and baby boys, this is what happened to them. They're rebellious. And if we justify and don't hold our little young boys accountable, some of these little YNs going to get hurt. Some of them not trained. I showed a video a few weeks ago. A 51-year-old man, little young dude just graduated high school, knocking on his door, had a gun in his hand. Dude see it on the Ring camera. Old man get in his car. He's in the military. Gets in his car. See him in the street. Open his door. Young dude pull a gun out. 51-year-old man smoked him. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that these little young boys running around, it's going to come a time where they're going to run across a group of men that's waiting to hurt them. The way they look, the way they dress, their rebellious attitude, the thinking they tough. Backpacks. Why do you think they walk around with these kids now? You can't have a backpack. You can't go in the store with a backpack. You know why? Because a lot of these young boys got Dracos in them. You see a little young boy with a backpack walking around, especially around Texas. Most of them got Dracos in them. And the OGs know that. And let me tell you something. Just because the OG don't show his money, he don't flash it on the internet and TikTok, and just because he don't post pictures of his guns, don't you ever in your life think the OG is broke. You don't ever in your life don't think you won't get shot. Because them young boys is wild. They are wild and they're out of control. This rebellion is glorified through music, through attitude, through the baby boy effect. Mama's babying their sons. Daddy's not being daddies. It's turning little young kids into maniacs. If they can't see the way the world's turning right now, these other races taking jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, they training every day. They out in big fields training and shooting. While we having music, growing long hair, and arguing about stuff, and making everything a race issue. I'm not saying it never is, but if there is a race issue, It's all watered down now because everything that go on is about race. Everything. Even when somebody's wrong, it's about race. And we think we stand up for something. We ain't standing up for shit. Everything's messed up. Nothing. So I'm not gonna call it black fatigue. I'm just gonna call it ninja shit. Ninja shit. I'm gonna call it that. A lot of people tired of it. I tell young boys, if you got a young son you love, make him think he's tough and you babying him. He making more babies, get one girl pregnant, another girl get her pregnant, and every time the family give him a soft place to land, keep babysitting the baby, and he go back with another baby. Those right there are matriarch qualities because a man take care of his seed. Boys don't. Boys, B-O-Y, burden on you. Tell him. If we keep glorifying rebellion, may not be no more black fatigue because there won't be many black people left. Because there are 364 black men that are married more than black women. And they're not married to black women. 364,000 more that are married that are not married to black women. It means their kids are mixed, biracial, that kind of thing. Take a look around. Look at the trajectory or lack of trajectory in our community. The music is matching their actions. The same people making the music, it's the same people sending everybody to the pen. Rico, Freak Offs, P. Diddy, Floyd Mayweather. You can name them all. All the ones are entertainers. That money don't change them. What it is doing is turning everybody into a mess. Just a mess. Anyway, y'all get in the comments. Tell me what you think. Peace.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.